Hey there everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me for another episode today. Hope everybody had a real nice weekend. It goes by too fast though, doesn't it? I had a nice day yesterday, Saturday, watched a little bit of college football, just kind of organizing myself here on Sunday, and if the sky stays clear I might get outside and get myself a little vitamin D in a little while. Anyhow, which leads into the subject of this video. I want to talk about supplements on a raw food diet today, what I take. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you haven't already done it, please go down there and hit that subscribe button now and immediately click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I get asked this question, so I decided to do it. I was kind of hesitant because the supplement talk is one that brings out the batshit crazy people from all sides. And I'm talking about both sides there. Listen, if you haven't figured it out by now, I kind of just do what I do. I'm not really into the emotional and all that. And quite honestly, I talk to a lot of rational raw vegans out there, and we just don't get you people that have all these outbursts or that are strongly emotionally connected on one side of an argument or another. Before I go into it, you know, supplement or don't supplement. This is not a video to try to recommend people should supplement. This is not to talk anybody into supplementing. This is just my take on it. And everybody, like I say, has their take on it. And one thing I would say is don't you dare start supplementing because of anything I say, and don't you dare not supplement because anything anybody else says. That's your responsibility. You have to look into this stuff for yourself, and whatever you decide, you know, that's just, you know, just accept that. There's the few things that I've supplement, and I'm really making a little bit more of an effort. Now that the summer's over, I'm kind of trying to fill in a few gaps on myself. You know, I kind of just do this whole lifestyle. I fly by the seat of my pants. And every once in a while, I just decide, okay, let's see if we can't just, you know, let's plug some holes in here because I'm not eating the most variety in the world. One I'm going to always supplement is vitamin B12. This is a 5,000 milligram lozenge, sublingual, under the tongue. You want to get the methylcobalamin, I don't pronounce that really well, version of it. And yeah, okay, this is 5,000 milligram. I haven't been taking it for a while, and I got some again, so I'm taking one every day for a while. In fact, I'll probably take this whole bottle, one a day, and then I will probably do like 4 a week, about 20,000 milligrams a week, or micrograms, whatever the MCG stands for. Listen, the B12 is just one. Number one, B12 is not even actually, it's always interesting to understand, it's not actually even a vitamin, it's a bacteria. It's a microbe, which is naturally produced. The B12, listen, once again, people have their ideas on it. It's totally unnecessary. You have to do it. Make the decisions for yourself, but at least make an informed decision, because I've seen stuff about a B12 deficiency, and that B12 deficiency can be a really nasty one. So at least make an informed decision for yourself. And I do supplement B12. In fact, when I was in Costa Rica, I could just go in the pharmacy, drop trowel, and get a B12 shot for about $12 real quick. So I do the B12. I do vitamin D3. Because I'm not in the tropics anymore and I'm not getting as much natural sunlight as I can. Like I say, I'm going to try to get out there today, and I'm going to try to get as much natural as I can over the next few months, because even though everybody else may be sliding into fall, even though we'll get some cooler weather, we have days here, plenty of days in November and some even in December where we can get sun, so I'll be getting plenty. Now the D12 version, the D3 version of this, you know, a lot of them you can't find in a vegan form without fish oil. This particular one says it has no, it says not to contain any animal products in here. So I do the D3. And you know, it's funny too that vitamin D is not actually a vitamin either. Vitamin D is a hormone. You know, I used to actually kind of laugh at supplementing vitamin D when I was down in the tropics. I just couldn't even imagine, well, who would supplement vitamin D? Just go out there and get it every day. And believe me, that's something that I have missed in a little bit over a year that I've been up here in the States. And partly, like I say, that's my fault. There's plenty of sun to get with that. And also, too, just a little tip and trick: when you get your sun, you don't want to take your shower immediately after getting out of the sun. You want to let that vitamin D settle in a little bit. Iodine is another one I'm supplementing, and for right now, and I don't know how good this is, but I'm just kind of doing this as a filler until I get a supplement that a friend is actually making for me. I'm just doing some Dulse flakes in my salads and in various things right now. And I have a friend from Oregon that is going to send me a good iodine supplement when they get back. They're on the road right now. Iodine, that's the thyroid uses iodine to produce thyroid hormone. So the iodine is very important for regulating the thyroid. And as I just look, those are just some of the ones. Like I say, I'm not saying I'm deficient in anything. I'm not even saying I don't even have like firm beliefs on any side particular on this supplementing thing. There's some that I'm going to supplement because I figure, like, okay, even just playing devil's advocate against myself, even if they're not necessary, the supplements are not going to hurt me. And like I say, with that vitamin B12, that's a nasty one. I remember watching a video on that one day, and man, the symptoms of that one, I mean, just this guy was a neurological mess. I mean, this was a guy that just, his health declined so quickly. That one just made a real impression. I am doing this too. This is another one I'm back on, and this is like, you ever seen those movies where they're doing like an exorcism and they throw holy water on the person that has a demon? Ooh, this will drive some of the raw food people insane. Oh, that burnt sugar cane, blah, 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 because this isn't raw. It's blackstrap molasses, but it's hella good in calcium, iron, potassium, which are all things that I also am interested in making sure I get enough of. The iron, it's not as strong in iron, but yeah, so I'm taking this. And what else? I've also kind of wanted to, I've been looking into magnesium a little bit. Now I'm going to kind of play with that this winter in a different way. I like to take hot baths. So I'm just going to, take a little extra magnesium via a couple of cups full of Epsom salt while I'm soaking in my hot baths during the summer, during the winter. Kind of like I enjoy doing that anyway, so why not just dump a couple of things of magnesium in there while I'm doing it. But all these things, it's just like I say, I'm always experimenting, always tweaking. Now what I will do is over the winter, little things too, just to kind of play with. I'm going to get myself, next time I go to Pensacola, I'm going to get some Brazil nuts and get back on having about 4 or 5 Brazil nuts a week for the selenium. Maybe one Brazil nut a day for the selenium. Back to eating just a few. And when I'm talking about nuts and seeds like this, I'm not talking about very many. Pumpkin seeds. I was telling a friend of mine last week that I'm going to try to get back in the habit of just eating, just a little small palmful, just a small palmful of pumpkin seeds every, few times a week for the zinc in there. Zinc's another one, important to men, especially important to men as we get older, and that can be something, to watch too. But once again, I'll do this over the winter time. I'll do this until spring comes around, and then I'll assess. I'll see how I feel. I'll see if I made it another year by going forward, feeling better, getting stronger, whatever. And, we'll just keep doing it year after year after year. This is just a fun little experiment for me. I'm always playing. I'm always adding new foods in there. I'm always just seeking. Being a seeker in life is just a very interesting way to go through life. You learn a lot of things when you seek and you don't have such heavy opinions on everything. So, yeah, those are the ones that I take. And am I good about it? I forget all the time. Like the vitamin B12, I keep it out on the counter now, just where I'll see it every day, pop one under my tongue. The vitamin D3, you're technically, I'm not so sure how much stock I put in that. You're supposed to eat that with a meal where you're taking some fat in. So some days I'm like, oh, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to have fat, or I'm not ready to have fat yet, so I forget it. So I'm not as consistent as I would like to be, so that's something I'll work on. But supplementing is like everything else on this diet. You don't go to your Facebook group. Don't listen to a word anybody says on your Facebook group. Somebody, probably pro and con, will write in the comments below. They'll write a double paragraph of some long explanation of why you shouldn't supplement and some long why you have to supplement. I would disregard those. Let them go in one ear and out the other. Do your own focused research. Don't just let these voices that are popping up in a group or a random comment or, oh, this is stupid, you don't need to be doing that. Do your own research. Verify everything for yourself. Make your own decisions and take responsibility for what you do, because, hey, I'm by no means, let me just reiterate all the time, I'm by no means setting myself up as some sort of big expert. This is just what I do. And I take the responsibility for it. If things don't work out, if, you know, eventually I have to change this, if I'm wrong with something, well, that's on me. I'm not going to be going to somebody else and be like, oh, well, so-and-so said this. They should be stopped because they gave me incorrect information. No. You're responsible for everything that goes into your body. You're responsible for everything that affects your health. So take that responsibility. Hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great week, guys. Love you. Peace.